G'day and welcome back. Let's play some more of our Lone Wolf campaign in Hearts of Iron 4. So we're defending against the Russians here during winter. As soon as the snow clears, I think we'll go on the offensive again. Do have quite a shortage of equipment at the moment, particularly planes obviously, but yeah, I'm sure equipment's only a year off. Light tanks, 200 days, that's good. Towed artillery, way less, that's interesting. Infantry equipment, we are going to be ready to start pumping out a bit more of soonish. Alright, modify the government again. We would want material, probably, infantry equipment. 38 is coming up. Artillery, possibly as well. Refining, no. Industrial, yeah, no. Let's go for the small arms research. Gonna have to do a lot of that. Now numbers are looking a bit healthier. Looks like enemy is inferior again now. So yeah, as soon as winter's gone, I'm going to rush through there. Winter's creeping closer to Berlin. Hopefully still going across the line. Looks like it. Defences are going good. He is just throwing his manpower away at a wicked rate. Attacking still into the frozen marshes. Of course, air superiority is all in his favour. He's pulled out of Western Poland now, so protect some of our factories there. Alright, what is this? I always forget the names. Odessa. Sevastopol we need to take. It's worth 20 victory points. Kiev, worth 25. So Kiev, Sevastopol, Leningrad, Moscow, Stalingrad. Still won't be enough. We're going to have to actually push pretty much way over to Tanatuva and Mongolia before he'll capitulate for his 70%. Alright, January's here. Let's go up to speed 5 for a bit. Keep an eye on our artillery and everything else. Light tanks are only 1.7k down. They'll start popping out some more soon. It's good. Didn't have to force them out before they were fully trained. Numbers, even mostly. These 9 are probably matching up against these guys. More tanks popping out. 7 more to be done. What are you saying now? Still preparing. Well, that's just misleading. Some divisions aren't in position. Well, yeah, they are. Alright, what are we working on here? Extra research slot. There we go. So, next up, the Wunderwaffe could be good. Let's give us just one on nuclear tech. Yeah, not yet. We have other things we want to do, like probably actually knock out strategic air for the battlefield support doctrines. Or start unschlussing people and get the extra stuff we're going to want. You know what, let's go do that. Start. Now the research is going to be into, it's 38. Logistics, not yet. We're going to be in Europe for a long time, so we're not going to have to worry about logistical issues. This is still way too far ahead of time. They're 39, this is 38. So we're going to do that for sure. Work on our computing tech. Right, armoured spearhead. Pushing through tank organisation and recovery rate. Schwerpunkt. 21 is not good. Let's get the regular infantry up there. Defending there is okay. Let's get these 2 up there to back them up as well. Really don't want to lose any more land. Is this actually marsh? No, it's not. It is. Alright then. Must be losing a ton of guys up there. Get our dive bombing. 20% more ground support. Sounds awesome. Still green across the line. Looks like winter is retreating. Warsaw's already out of winter. As soon as winter passes Kiev, probably start our push. His men are looking absolutely atrocious. We can modify government again. Let's go for, well, in 39 we're going to do a bunch of industrial stuff. and we are going to want to do it quickly, so that's fine. The other thing I was thinking was the resources to market we don't particularly care, so we'll stick on limited exports, and we don't need to do conscription until this actually drops to 0, which is going to be probably towards the end of this war. So we're actually looking good on everything there. Otherwise, Chief of Air Force will go for the ground support, Goering. We'll probably do CAS designer, Junkers. Maintenance comp. That was the cheap one. Overall Blitz, we could go for rocket artillery. No. We're now 39. Yeah, let's go ahead and get better signal company. Which, now think about it, now that we're capped out, we should go to our Gebirgsjäger brigades and add some things to them. They can have, not support artillery, they can definitely have recon and engineers. Maintenance company wouldn't do a great deal to them. It's really just where they have infantry equipment, support equipment, so it doesn't matter too much. But working on the combat width could be a good idea. What would this cost us at the moment? Don't have the infantry equipment, so we'll just save that on there. That'll do for now. Is this air experience? No, I'm not going to use any of that up. Okay, winter has actually retreated. Alright. Austria is ours. Next up, we are not going to do that because we already own it. Although, we do want to get down to around Maginot, which requires one of them. I guess Danzig or War would be the quickest way, so we grab this and then pop through it. Demanding Slovenia could be helpful though. Yugoslavia gets that. UK gets the London Conference. I don't know exactly what that'll do. So how about we demand the Sudetenland first and then start working down that way. Okay, modify the government again. We're going to go for, well, what we might actually want to do is get Blum and Voss so we can start worrying about submarines. And yeah, we're ready to go on our spring offensive. Take it down to 4. Panzerkampfwagen dry, good. And we can go ahead of time for the Panzer IVs. I think that would be a good idea since we're not going to start actually building these for a while. Green almost across the line. That's looking better. Alright, not going to manually handle them too much. But we do want to keep an eye on our actual tank division. That is looking very sickly. Why are you trying to do it? Alright, not going to do it manually, but if we see stupid stuff like that, we'll have a bit of a hand in it. These guys have everything they need, so they'll be ready 31st of May. Good. End of the month we'll have our entire Rommel army ready. He's up to skill 5. Going to go to 6 soon. Von Rundstedt has picked up max planning increase. That's cool. Alright, Rommel. Pushing forward pretty well. Let's try and tell them to have a run at it. I doubt they'll actually be able to get through, particularly with the river crossings they're going to have to do along the way. And the Soviets lost nearly 10 times as many men as us, attacking us in the frozen marshes. Still having problems getting down to Odessa. We have a ton of guys here now. Just push them directly in. Don't like the planes there. Alright, his manpower is ridiculously low. He has, what, 160. We have 130. But he has to defend against Japan over here, who's not actually attacking him, but he's not going to pull everybody off that line, so we do actually outnumber him now. And we're almost into Moscow. Holy crap, we're going to get cut off there. Still getting guys through though. Yep, cut off. But looks like we might actually be able to get in there and get supply for those guys who are cut. Pouring his men in, but they're all too weak to do anything about it. And all of our tanks are here. Cool. He's pushing his line out as quickly as we can. Schwerpunkt. Good timing, bud. Alright, going to go for the Blitzkrieg. Gives us breakthrough with recovery rate. Yeah, it's not particularly strong, that one. But make enough of a difference, hopefully. Ooh, took this out pretty quickly. And yeah, not going to manually handle that. Hopefully these guys can head up kind of quickly. Once we have some infantry in Moscow, we'll bring the tanks up towards Leningrad. Alright, got all our backup there. This tank is not ours. This guy needs to cancel that. Come through this way, and we're going to try and surround Moscow one way or another. Okay, hopefully infantry will get up there and reinforce the lines a little bit. And we do need to actually worry about resistance. Go softly, softly. Alright, what do we got? Modify government. Aircraft designers, we're going to go Junkers. About to take Moscow. There we go. At last, Moscow is ours. Takes them down to 80%. And they've immediately moved in behind us. So, let's get this guy in there. We're not actually holding that. Kiev's fallen. Holy crap, good timing. 74, so 6% for, that was 20? 25. Yeah, a lot more victory points we're going to need. Everybody's pushing out pretty quickly here though. He's just so weak on the manpower, so that whole forcing him to attack us during the winter thing really paid off. Now, where are the tanks? This is a historic day for Germany. We get Sudetenland. Munich Agreement. Sudetenland is done. Alright, now, Vienna Award. What's that give? Hungary, yes that. And Hungary, Soviet Union and China. Alright, what's it all about then? Fate of Czechoslovakia, I think is something we want to do. I have to do something down here to get down to war with France and all the rest, so... Actually, is there anything else? Naval rearmament. Gives dockyards. Trade in, you know what, let's just go down that way. Get the naval stuff done first while we're focusing on this war. Everything there is looking fine. I was going to get the tanks to go up. They are not doing a great deal at the moment. Why are you still saying they have a battle plan? The battle plan was to take Moscow. Alright, well, let's try and send whoever's not currently in a battle up this way. And we'll shorten their lines again to Moscow. And where's the other end? Yeah. Sticking between the rivers. Okay, he is extremely weak up here. Actually started it before I clicked on it. You're going that way. Just need somebody to come up here, help out. Make a random run for Leningrad, see where we're going to run across people. They'll keep falling back, but there'll be guys in there that we have to take care of properly. Let's try something like this. See where the resistance comes in. Alright, they're going to keep pushing forward aggressively. Green across the entire line down that way. These guys have no reason to be standing around, other than they just don't have a lot of guys. Let's get across that river. And that defense is looking fine. Let's just pull these guys in here with them. Need to get Sevastopol kind of quickly. Not particularly urgent. Now, the infantry divisions... Still a huge shortage, I assume, of infantry equipment. 100 days. Everything else is looking good now, though. So, infantry equipment should be... That's not the one we're filling up on. Alright, we'll need to make some more then. The top priority to fill those factories up. That'll keep going. We have filled up our fighters, good. So, how long is that going to take? Years. Though, should probably look at... Yeah, need more oil now. So, from the US. And rubber from the UK. Surplus need more tungsten. I guess we'll spend another one. Surpluses everywhere else. Good enough. And we're already up to Leningrad. Definitely need to push in across this river onto this, rather than just throwing guys away directly on Leningrad. Manpower's looking a little sickly. Our direct ground support isn't going to help us right now. But we will want air superiority, mission efficiency. Yeah. Don't really care about aces too much. Right, we're in there. Headed for Leningrad. As soon as you get across the river, that's so much easier to take. Like so. Leningrad has fallen. That will take us to 61%. Alright, tanks are going to just keep pushing out by themselves because they're aggressive. It's looking good. What if we tell them to rush Stalingrad? Come through 3 basic directions. The infantry should hopefully go up here and do that by themselves. I do enjoy this aggressively execute battle plans thing. Alright, modification of government. We'll need more men. Really want to wait as long as we can though, because it screws with... What's the next one? Training time increase. Actually, that's fine. Not training without it anyway. It's the ones that screw with the factories that are annoying. Not making naval bombers? Yeah, we don't care. Lost a convoy. You bastard. Lost 1 plane. Okay. Now, tanks are starting to lead the charge. Infantry, again, should fill in behind. And Sevastopol might actually try and do that manually. Getting across this river, though, seems like an okay place to attempt it. He's busy. Ah, we'll leave him. France and Britain announced an alliance. Damn. Right, naval rearmament. Air invasions give a lot of air bases. Battlefield support doctrine. I should probably actually rush towards that. More important than the Navy at the moment. It's 38. Okay. Now we've got some tanks coming way too far ahead, so we're going to turn them around. There we go. Somebody got overrun. Wasn't one of ours. Oh, this guy's... yeah, it's not even where we're telling him to go. They're just going to do it by themselves. So, push to Stalingrad. It's an aggressive thing where they just go to empty land. It's quite useful sometimes. Do, dooby-dooby-doo. Ha ha ha. Yep, it's a rush to Stalingrad here. I'm going to come from two directions. That is not Stalingrad yet, it's the one next to it. Somehow got some infantry down there pretty quickly. It's going to stop him from being able to reinforce because he has to either retake it or march the whole way around. Almost into Stalingrad. There we go. Yeah, little pockets here and there. Should actually get this guy to rejoin somewhere. Right, Stalingrad's gone. We'll actually come out this way. And yeah, not enough supply coming out of Stalingrad. But who do we have up here? Let's just tell somebody to march their way down there. This tank is actually a good option. Yep, you go directly there. Okay, adding machine. Computing machine. 1940 for them. 38, 39 is very close. Okay, so we're going to start doing these. But I'm going to take a short break here. So thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying it. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I hope to see you again soon for the collapse of the Soviet Union and the massive German Reich that has not had to deal with the Allies at all yet. So thanks for watching. See you soon.